Good evening, Hawks fans, and welcome back to another episode of the Atlanta Sports District. I'm your host, Russell Spence. I'm coming to you directly after a 115-98 win over the New Orleans Pelicans, pushing them to 2-15. A wonderful win for us to get because not only does it help us improve our record, it makes their draft pick better, and we are continually trying to push them towards giving us the top three or hopefully the first pick in the whole draft because they are very bad. So let's get into all that unfolded in this game. We started off horribly in this game. Again, the starting lineup with KP and Jalen in it is not working. It hasn't worked all year. There's been very few games where we haven't started the game behind. You can say that's because we're just starting slow, or maybe we didn't respect our opponent at the start of the game. Whatever the case may be, it hasn't worked all year. So I would look to move things in a different direction. But tonight, we didn't have Onyeka because of injury, so that made it where we kind of had to play KP as a starting center. But in general, if Onyeka is healthy, I would like to see us go to somewhere else. But the offense throughout the entire starting lineup was really terrible. The defense wasn't great, but they are really bad, so they didn't make a lot of shots. And the game was 6-10 at the first time out, where we were down. I just said the offense has continued to look terrible for the entire first quarter. It's been anemic, and the Kennard-Veet lineup even came in, and that didn't help. And if you're going to play Kennard and Veet together, the offense has to be pretty great for that to, find a positive way to win the minutes that they're together. The offense has to be amazing, and it was really bad. So we were down pretty significantly, and then Mo came in, and the defense improved a lot, and we slowly started chipping away because they weren't scoring, and we ended the first quarter down 25-20. We were losing 25-20 in the first quarter. Quarter two started. We still had Mo Gay in the game for a very long stretch of time, but we were still struggling extremely badly from three. But the defense had gotten a lot better. You can take with that a Mo and Jalen lineup. Probably the defense is going to get a lot better when you play like Dyson, Mo, Noah, and Jalen all on the floor at the same time. That's pretty good defensively. And then I just wrote that this has been so bad, but thank God for Mo Gay. Because every time we would miss a shot, every time something bad would happen, every time Muhammad Gay would get an offensive rebound, or he played so well tonight, and I think he only had 3 points. But it doesn't matter, because he does all the little stuff. So, after we kind of stifled their run, I wrote that we were starting to play better lineups. We didn't have a Veet Krejci Kennard lineup. We didn't have any of these problems. Keaton was out for personal reasons today, so we didn't have the opportunity to play him. And the lineups improved, and stuff started fixing itself. It's kind of crazy how that happens, but when you have a rotation and a lineup on the floor that can get stops, you get stops, especially against bad teams. But against anybody, if you have a lineup on the floor that can get stops, they're going to get stops. So right after that, I wrote, the Pelicans are very bad at taking the basketball, and the Hawks have taken the lead, and it continues to grow. By the end of that second quarter, we had taken our lead up to 10 points, 56-46, and the whole thing was they only scored 21 points in that quarter. We improved the defense. I wonder how that happened. Oh, it might be that Mo Gay played like the first 8 minutes of that quarter. They could not score. Derek Queen was in a blender. He was in his own personal Hades, whatever you want to say. He couldn't do anything with Mo Gay. And then when Mo came off the floor, we just put Jalen on him. And he, again, couldn't do anything. I honestly felt a little bad for him. And I also felt bad for Micah Peavy because he's a rookie. And when he was being guarded by KP, and his whole thing is athleticism. He's not a very good shooter. I'm going, what are you supposed to do? You can't dunk on a 7'3" guy. He played really terrible as well. This team is very bad. And so, at the end of the first half, we were up 56-46. In quarter three, I wrote that Dyson has been so much more aggressive tonight offensively, and it's had mixed results, but it is helpful to have him being aggressive. After that stretch in the second quarter, I just wrote the defense has been very solid since that time. So for the rest of the third quarter, rest of the second quarter, and in the third quarter, the defense was super solid. Because of that, we were getting run-out transition opportunities. We had a lot of transition points in the third quarter. And we did what I love in transition a lot. So when you're playing in transition, one of the best ways to create good offense, and Trae Young does this all the time, and we started kind of mimicking it tonight. One of the best ways to get good offense in transition is to attack, force the collapse. So you force the defense to play you in the paint. And then you stop, turn, and find a trailer, and before they're able to recover, Jalen Johnson's dunking on your head. Zachary Bijou-Say's dunking on your head. Or you turn and you shovel it out to the three-point line. The whole defense has collapsed to stop you attacking the basket, and KP catches a trailing three, and he hit one tonight. We had a bunch of opportunities where you're able to, in transition, hit the trailer to create easy offense. If you're a young person listening to this who wants to know about basketball, one of the easiest ways to create offense in transition is hitting your trailer. We did it over and over and over and over again tonight, and especially in the third quarter, and that stretched our lead out even more. Defense comes back, or Mo comes back in, and the defense just starts taking off. He made a couple of defensive plays that it's kind of superhuman in the way that he was able to make them. I mean, where he had one, even Bob said on the broadcast, this shot went in, but Mo misses an offensive rebound, and they run in transition, and Mo sprints from one corner to the other corner of the court and jumps and misses the ball by that much. I still think he touched it and the ball just happened to still go in. But it was just the clinic that Moge was putting on defensively is stuff that other people can't do. I keep saying this, but when Luke Kennard is on the floor, it's not that Luke is not playing hard. And it's not that Luke is a bad guy. And it's not that he's a stupid defender and he doesn't know where to be. It's not that. It's that Luke Kennard is physically not big enough, strong enough, fast enough to make the rotations and do the jobs we need him to do. So, if that's the case, you just say, okay, well, we're going to put 4 dudes around Luke who can do the job we need them to do. And then the offense that he provides will help. He can't be on the floor with another person who's not big enough, strong enough, fast enough to do the job we need him to do, like Veet. So when I complain about the rotations, it's not like the defensive rotations. It's not that Luke Kennard is a bad defender because he's not trying, or he just is not capable of running fast enough to get to that guy. He's not long enough to get him in that guy's face. He's not strong enough to stop a person from getting to the rim. But that's the reason Moge is so amazing. He knows where to be. He's a very smart defender. He works really hard. All that stuff that Luke Kennard does. But he's so long and so athletic and so strong that when he knows where to be and he is playing as hard as he can to get there, he always gets there and they never score. It is awesome to watch because it's perfect defensive basketball every time he touches the floor. I don't understand how you can watch that and then play him 4 minutes last game. So, right after that, I just wrote that Derek Queen is not enjoying life because Moge is making his life miserable. As I said, he did all night. At the end of the quarter, Veet gets thermonuclear, scorching hot, hits 3 crazy threes in a row, pushes our lead out even further, and by the end of the quarter, we're up 88-70. After that, we kept it in that general range for the rest of the game. The fourth quarter was pretty much let's make sure everybody gets their points and hits their, let's make sure KP hits his season high. Let's make sure Jalen gets some more points because he only had 15 because he's been sitting a lot because Mo was playing so well. Let's make sure he gets his points. And we did, and we kind of coasted to the end, 115-98. Again, if you're giving up only 98 points in a basketball game, I don't care who the other team is. That's a very good defensive performance, and the majority of that was instigated by Mo, Dyson, and Naw playing wonderfully defensively today. So, moving to the player-by-player, Asa, Jacob Toppin, and Caleb Houston all played 3 minutes or less, so they don't have the opportunity to show anything. Asa did shoot 1 3 that was quite ugly, but I think that's more on the case of he hasn't played a lot recently, and he might be a little rusty. Next time the College Park Skyhawks play, I would like to see him go down there and get some minutes, especially with the injury to N'Faly Dante that he suffered in their last game. I would like to see him go down and play. Next, we'll talk about Luke Kennard. Luke Kennard had 8 points on 2 of 6 shooting, 3 assists, no turnovers, no rebounds, only 1 foul. Played well, but right now, he's very redundant with Vít Krejci. Very redundant. Good shooter, good ball handler, good passer, except for Vít is much, much taller than him and is making more shots and is hunting his shot more. So I would be looking to play Kennard less and play Vít a little, like probably about what he's been playing, but then play Zach more. Because I'll get to that, but Zach did not play very much tonight. Next one to Vít Krejci. Vít had 27 minutes, 21 points on 7 of 10 from the field and 7 of 10 from 3. Only 1 rebound, no assists, only 1 turnover. He played really well. I don't know what else to say, he played really well. Moving on to Mohamed Gay. He had 27 minutes, only 3 points, was 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. He needs to attack more. I don't know why he won't put the ball on the floor and go to the paint. He's good at it. When he does it, he usually scores. He just doesn't do it a lot. He had 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and I think should have been given credit for a few blocks, but every time it was like, did he get a hand on that, or did he just affect the shot, or you know what I mean, that sort of thing. But he was plus 14. So you sit there and say, oh, he only scored 3 points, he couldn't have played well. He was plus 14 in a game we won by 17. He is a difference maker. Play Mo Gay more. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm tired of talking about it. Play him. He's awesome. Moving to the starters. Zachary Richaussee played 23 minutes only. That is not enough. I understand he struggled with his shot. He needs to play more. He is wonderful defensively, and he was drafted first overall, and he's one of your starters. Play him more. Thank you. He had 8 points on 4 of 11, 0-6 from 3. He had 3 rebounds, 4 assists, but he was plus 6 in the game. We win when he's on the floor. For some reason, that's not a coincidence. It's not a coinky dink. He's a great player. Next, we'll talk about Dyson Daniels. Dyson had 14 points on 6 of 15 shooting. Again, like I said, he was very, very aggressive tonight. He had 8 rebounds, 4 assists, a turnover, a steal, and a block, and was plus 13. Dyson, when he's aggressive, it helps offensively just because the defense realizes they have to play him. And that is a crucial thing. If they know they have to guard you, that makes it where they cannot help as well. And some teams have literally just been like leaving Dyson. He has to be this aggressive if they do that. And it was very positive, the effect it had on the offense tonight. Overall, defense was awesome, as it always is, and the aggressiveness was great to see. Moving on to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He had 36 minutes, 11 points on 12 shots. That's kind of rough efficiency. 2 of 6 from 3, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal. Was plus 11. He's struggling sometimes when he presses offensively. The defense is still really good. Jeremiah Fears had a couple of times where he Noah was a little surprised by how fast he is. But overall, the defense was great. But he presses offensively sometimes, and I don't know if that's Trey's not here, so I'm trying to do a lot. I don't know what it is, but I really don't love when he presses and kind of forces shots up. I've not enjoyed that so far. Now we'll move on to Jalen Johnson. Jalen played 34 minutes. He had 18 points on 15 shots. A little bit rough there. Had 11 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 turnovers, a block, and was plus 20. When we had Mo Gay and Jalen on the floor, we killed them. That was when we made our runs that won us this game. And I don't understand why you watch that and you go, yeah, we're never going to play those two guys together. I know it's hard when Onyeka is healthy or when KP is healthy because then Mo can't play center. play Jalen at the 3 so you still get Jalen and Mo Gay minutes because they work really well together. Jalen played well. I wish he would have scored a little bit more. I wish he hit a couple more of these shots that usually he makes. Early in the game, it was really funky. Like I said, we were just out of sorts, anemic, what do you want to call it. And if those shots had gone in, A, we beat them by like 30. And B, Jalen would have had like 25. And we wouldn't be talking about that. And lastly, we'll talk about Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps played 33 minutes, had 29 points on 17 shots. That is wonderful efficiency. He had 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks, but he was only +5. He struggled on the defensive end, but again, like I said, Micah Peavy would just kind of go in and Kristaps would just block it because you can't just drive at a 7-3 guy. But the defense for the rest of the time was rough. And the offense was really good because they made the concerted effort to play their center guarding Dyson. And that made it where, no matter what, Kristaps was being guarded by a non-center. And he just stuck the dude's head in the rim and then shot a little 2-foot shot. Or he stuck the dude's head in the middle of the paint and ripped through and made a little 4-foot shot. And he did it over and over and over again because you can't put a small player on Kristaps. He's too skilled in the paint to do that. That being said, he has got to play better on defense. It is really bad. This is one of the worst teams in the NBA, and the defense was still bad. That means it's going to be bad against everybody if he doesn't start cleaning up some of this technique stuff that's bad. And we can't change the defensive scheme to help him. If we were playing drop, he would be okay, fine. We cannot play drop. We built our team to never play drop. So we can't change that for one player. That being said, Hawks play again tomorrow against the Charlotte Hornets. They are also quite bad. They are also playing off a back-to-back where they just gave up over 50 points to old man James Harden. Please don't lose. Both teams are back-to-back with travel. I know it's not always fun. I know we're probably not going to have KP tomorrow, but we should have Onyeka back. It seems like they kind of gave like a back and forth kind of rest thing. I also know that they have a horrid center rotation. Their best center is a rookie who they drafted in the second round, Ryan Kalkbrenner. It's bad. Don't lose that game. All that being said, let me know what you think about the team right now, how we're playing. Do you think that this kind of situation where we're helping move them down and move ourselves back up, do you really think that's actually as important as I do? Or do you think that maybe New Orleans will turn their season around and it won't be as bad? I think they're going to be giving us a really high pick. I think that they're going to really struggle all year. They never stay healthy, and they've already fired their coach, and it looks really rough. But if you disagree with me, let me know. Talk to me in the comments. Shoot me a message. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. And above everything else, I hope you have a great day.